Welcome back, everybody. Everybody loves Juju. Talk soup. Everybody loves Juju. 1-2. That's her number. I named it after her number. Talk soup. I'm your host, Juju. Yes, you see me over there. I'm over here on Twitter, X, and I'm over on YouTube. I want to thank all of my new subscribers. Really, really appreciate y'all tapping into me. Twitter, because like I said, I enjoy watching y'all go at it all day long. Y'all are hilarious. But you know, your auntie crazy too. Your auntie crazy too. And I named my show WA Action Recap, and I wanted to focus on Clark and Howard and Reese-Sky because I saw some interesting things yesterday. Some good things, some bad things, and some interesting things for just us as viewers. And then I want to get y'all take too. Just hear me out. So I'm not going to be going back and forth to reading the chats until I'm done. But I want to say good morning to you all in the chat. Brazil, as always. Oh yeah, you guys got a 3-day weekend. I'm retired, so every weekend's a 3-day weekend. It's a 6-day weekend, 7-day weekend for me. But I feel you though. I remember them days when you look forward to those breaks. I can't believe it's the end of May. We getting ready to go into June, y'all. We getting ready to go. And Juju Watkins is going to be one of the overtime select, overtime select coaches. She'll be taking Paige's spot. Paige retired. She'll go up against Flage. So it's going to be some fun to watch the high schoolers and her coaching. And just to see my girl after all this time, like walking in the side, like just walking in general. Y'all don't even know. Those of us who are fans of Juju Watkins was freaking ecstatic. I think most of us are. I think she's one superstar that we can get behind. And you don't got crap to say. You don't got nothing bad to say, except for some made up shit about stat padding, which they can just go away. Let me tell you how irritated I am. I always heard about the CC fans and the this and the that, and those that it doesn't apply to, you don't need to chime in and say it's not everybody, because I'll tell you what, if my player, if my favorite player had racist fans or bias, prejudice, delusional, meaning they overinflate and hype my favorite player, I would be like, okay, come on now. Like and then it does come down to black and white in this race war. You can't lie and say it doesn't. Because if we were to stand everybody up, it's like you're gonna have some whites who look people that love Angel and mixed in with majority of black people that like her, and then you're gonna have some black fans that like Clark with the majority of fans that are white, that Midwestern. And when we're talking about, like, most of the time when we talk about, we're not necessarily talking about the construct of race. I'm retired, Julie. I don't work anymore. Like, can we move on from that? I don't work. I retired from my job. Yes. Yay. So what I'm saying to you guys is that, wait a minute. Give me a second. My godson is on his VR. At this rate. Okay. So all the homeless people with all the bricks you got. Exactly, Mason. See, it's like, how do you focus? This is the thing. Two things that are bothering me. You might as well make Reese the face of the league with people like Mason Palazzo, who comes on my channel to say, at this rate, I'm gonna give you your attention. At this rate, Reese could solve the homeless problem. Homeless people will solve the homeless people with all the, he can't even fucking write with all the bricks. Basically, she missed a lot of layups, right? But if a player was trash and ain't good and can't play, who spends that much time focusing on everything they do? Can somebody in the chat tell me, why would you focus all your attention on everything, every poor game they have, every poor shooting they have? Because last I thought, bricks are also when you're supposed to be the number one player, best shooting 3-point shooter in our 29-year history of the game. You came to be the savior of the WNBA. You just, Mason, your girl. I don't even care if you're here with your big muscles on your picture. Probably ain't even you. And you don't make not one three. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she was 0 for 3. She had no 3 points. So that doesn't mean she didn't take any. That means she bricked Mason. Oh, did you catch that pun, y'all? Brick Mason. I'm good. Yeah, it sounds like she's the brick Mason. Like the stuff that you Clark fans, she shot 5 times and didn't make any. But you're talking about Angel Reese, who's not the face of the league, who's not the shero, who's not the savior, who's not the most popular, who's not, if it wasn't for her, the boat wouldn't be rising per the tide that she creates. Mason, give me a break. Why would you talk? Why Angel Reese is not the rookie of the year that we're supposed to be following last year? Your girl was 0 for 5. And you come in to talk about Angel Reese. Make it make sense. Players, when a player comes in with a lot of hype and a lot of attention, and I suspect my favorite player, Juju Watkins, is going to have the same thing. And there's film out. Because trust me, the WNBA players don't spend their off time watching college players the way that we do. They don't know a damn thing. They know, they see some. Most of the time they probably just might watch the tournament, and probably the final game of the tournament. So they really have never faced these kids unless they're just newly into the league. But the ones that have been in 5, 6, 7, 10 years, they don't know anything about these players. So they have to game plan for them. There's film out on these players. So I suspect, Mason, and I'm focused on you because you came in here with the trash talk, and any other Clark fan that focuses on Angel Reese, who's not the face of the league. I'm just going to keep reminding you guys, remember, she's trash. But you come in and you got absurd things to say, like she brick, she can't make layup. Like a layup is easy with Breanna Stewart, Jonquel around her. Who else, Wody? Who else was around her? 3 players. Post players. If you know anything about basketball, it is easier, and I don't care about that they're just trolling, because I'm gonna tell you, they're trolling. Yes, they're trolling all morning. They're having a field day. Do you know how hard it is when you're underneath the basket, you got taller players over you to make a layup, as it is compared to me drawing you out? I'm 5'8". I got an easier time drawing a big out on me and shooting over her. That's easier than me trying to go up underneath the basket. which both I could do well because I understood the concept of footwork and pump fakes and all kind. You got to have all kind of ways that you're going to get it up in there over bigs, okay? And then it. So if I had a big and she wanted to try to guard me, I'm gonna bring her out because I can shoot over and drive past her. But yesterday, I'm watching the game. I got some more. I really was much more interested in the Fever Dream game. Okay. Hey, Khalid Block. What up? What up, yo? I was watching the Fever Dream game because I found that game a lot more interesting while the Sky is still building. And those of you who are going to shoot Tyler Morrison, shoot the team down, look, they constructed a team. I don't know if that's the team that they really, really wanted to put together. They passed up, sold trades, but this is the team that they have. If anybody remembers, the Fever were like freaking 0-10 when they first started off last year. To really end up making the playoffs was really good. Give this guy time. You can't see the vision. You can't see the construct. Sometimes you got to break bad habits. Sometimes you got to get people to buy in to whatever it is you're trying to do. I see the difference in the Fever. I see Stephanie trying to teach people over there that don't play defense. Defense. The only people that play defense on the Fever is Lexi and Sophie. Everybody else, Boston sometimes, but she fouls out when she tries. I even saw Caitlin trying to get in there a little bit. I saw the one that she's they're calling her old, she can't keep up, all this stuff, and I'm just like, Washu, I just told you, you heard me earlier. You talk about Reese missing baskets against the number one team in the nation when Clark is over for threes, which is supposed to be her thing. Why are you focusing on a second year player going up against the number one team? More than likely could repeat, and she's 0 for 7, but 4 feet from the basket. Do you understand what 4 feet of the basket Washu is when you have bigs that are premier players in the league? You expect her, a second year player, to be able to score. She did last year because they never seen her play. They never seen her go. They had to beef up their game to double and triple her. Talk to me when you can talk some sense, Washu. Why? They should dominate her. So offers, I don't care. What shows me in the 0 for 7, check this out. So I turn on the highlights because I told you I'm watching a Fever game. I see Angel trying to get the ball back up, but the dominance of her being able to get her rebound, get back up, try to go to the other side, go back up. She did it like all in one sequence. Shows me dominance. Shows me what you don't know about basketball. What you don't know. The fact that she could get her own rebound, nobody boxed her out, still have a chance to go back up. And you come in here, you and Mason come in here with she's this and she shot poorly. She's being dominated by John Club Jones, Breonna Stewart. Like I told you, somebody tell me the third person that was under there. Let me see your weak ass in there try to do what she just did. And why are you focusing on what Reese is doing? She's not the rookie of the year. You wouldn't even let us entertain the fact of her being the rookie of the year when she legitimately had a better start than Clark did. And for the most part, they was neck and neck and tied up before the wrist injury and everything else. And you suck too, Robert. You suck too. The point is, what is the emphasis and what bothers you about these women playing basketball? What possesses you? Do you go on the men's channels when you watch the NBA and say so and so such? And if you do, good for you. But what possesses your little itty bitty teeny weeny, and I won't say what I want to say, to bring yourself up here to talk about Reese? Caitlin had a poor shooting night. Caitlin was the best on her team. Her team, you construct a super team, or so you say. I'm gonna talk about all of them. Howard, Natasha Howard used to be really good when she came into the league. But I'm gonna tell you something. Howard travels, Howard pushes off, Howard can't make free throws when she needs to. If she's a hack, I don't know what a hack means. Talk, what the hell is a hack, bro? You sound like a little 13-year-old. Um, so she's not doing what she needs to do for them. I guess she was supposed to be the enforcer, right? She's not cutting it. She's not cutting it. Then you got who else stood out to me yesterday that I was just feeling like, God damn, what a bust. You didn't get the ball enough to Kelsey Mitchell. I love the interaction and the toughness of Clark. I think she needs to stand on business a little more. Her and Howard going at it. Because I was gonna talk about Howard. Let's move to this. Let's move to this guy. Because I kind of see what Stephanie was trying to do with them. But if this is supposed to be the constructed super team that you feel is going to go, it's still early, go to the finals and win. It doesn't look like it to me. Okay, it doesn't look like it to me at all. Robert, if you want to stay on my channel, subscribe, hit the like, and and join in the conversation. But all I ask of you guys is if you feel like whatever you're talking about is what you're talking about, this is not the place for you. Go somewhere else and troll, okay, buddy? Because it's easy for us to like ban you. Okay? It's easy for us to delete you and ban you. Join in a conversation. Enjoy the little pleasures of that the Lord put on this earth for us to have to use our abilities and our talent. Okay? It's that's all it is. It's okay to eat of the pleasures of this world, to use what God gave us because we're not running around hunting and killing innocent animals. We no longer have to do that for sport. So we play against one another and we enjoy the sport of it. What up, Plain Jane? Hi, chat. Good morning. Okay, then bye. Thanks for seeing you. Have a good life then, okay? Thank you. All right. So I must be doing something right if I'm getting trolls, right, guys? I must be doing something right. And so I had it all. I'm jumping all around because I don't really have a lot of time to be up here, but I wanted to just come up and just tell you that the Fever Dream game and the rivalry that's happening right now. I love the fact that like I've been really upset with Ryan Howard in a sense because I felt like she was settling for threes. All she had been doing lately is just playing lots of days ago. I actually got to see her like act like a young person and get in there and because this is my thing. Wody Mac, this is my thing. When you play a team, you don't gotta go, okay, Pow, you're the point guard, so you're gonna guard the point guard. No, that's not what you always need to do. That's not what you always need to do. You need to match up players that aren't like evenly matched. If Howard is 6'2" and or or she's bigger, she's stronger than the person that she's guarding, or maybe like a Clark, let her guard her. Let her guard her. Okay? That was a better matchup for her. Because when you play defense, and I'm a testament of it, when you play defense, it gets it gets your offense going. Because you're into the game, because you're into your ball dominant, you're on the ball, your eyes are on the ball. I think Ryan Howard had one of the best games, and it wasn't because of her 3-point shooting. It was because she wasn't settling for threes. She was looking for mid range, and you know what? Most of all, I was screaming at the TV about with her the very game before that. It's almost like she heard. I might have even tweeted it out. I said, "You need to drive. You are big. You are athletic. You are Ryan Howard. Drive the basketball. Stop settling for threes. It's hurting your team." Second thing, I just love the game all the way around. I wish they wouldn't even call tic tac fouls on Brittany Griner because I think it would have made an interesting team. And I wish the coach for Dream, when you had players that were in their fifth foul, take it to them. Take it to that player. I want to send a message to the WNBA coaches. When you play the Fever, Caitlin Clark has the ball in her hand. the majority of the time because she's a facilitator and a playmaker. You need to put your best defender, not a face guarder, not a placeholder, not somebody who's just gonna get cooked. Your best one. Second thing I do, the second biggest thing that I would do, second biggest thing, you gotta make some screens so that when she switches up, because they try to avoid her guarding the ball or the playmaker from the opposite team. If any player that is guarding Clark, give them the ball. That Clark is guarding, give them the ball. Give them the ball. Drive on Clark, make her move, it'll make her better. It'll make her a better player. Drive on her all day long. Yeah, Ryan is like too cool for, but she ain't like too cool for school is Juju Watkins. But she's a devil on the court. Like, she's even tempered, but she's a monster with the ball. Ryan needs to be like that, but be aggressive at the same time. Like I said, don't settle for threes. I don't know if I want to guard her full court. I don't know if I want to guard her full court. What I need for people to understand with her is study the film of the player who guarded her the best. Do your best, but how you're gonna wear her down is when she's on defense. Get your teams the ball and start making her play defense. She had 5 fouls. She's going to foul out. Who's a troll? Oh, William Allen. So William Allen, why would you if Angel is over 8 and over 7, all this stuff from here against the number one team, the defending champions, you think that's a bad thing? Because like I told everybody, I was watching the Fever Dream and I peeked over at the sky and I saw Angel trying to get the ball back up over the best in the league and getting her own rebound, which constitutes as missed shots, but rebounds. So you're 0 for 8 in the context of what she did and how she did it. You sound pretty much like you don't know basketball. You probably don't play basketball. You probably don't have the construct or idea of how hard it is to do what she was doing and how dominant she was to do that. All she showed was relentless. She was being relentless. She was being resilient, relentless, and just all around beast, trying to not give it up. Her team has to figure out their identity. They have to get the ball. Camilla, when you don't get the ball, I don't need you to show the body language that you're showing. You sitting up there, and yes, you should have got the ball. But I kind of understand why they didn't give it to you, because you don't get down in a squat position with your legs open like you're holding off the person behind you. You're just standing up, like leaning back, like give me the ball, off balance. I wouldn't throw your ass the ball either. You got Courtney Paris. Courtney, what are you teaching her? What are you teaching your bigs? What are you doing over there in Chicago? Tyler Marsh, you're supposed to be a player development coach. Why are you not teaching your bigs how to get the ball? What kind of offense are you running? What's the concept? What's the concept of the Sky right now? I'm not even going to go super hard at them because they got all new players. They got an all new coaching system. Like I said before, as a good example was the Fever. They were horrible before the Olympic break, but then they came back looking pretty good. So leave the Sky and Angel Reese alone. They're not something that you need to. They didn't even make the playoffs yesterday. So to hyper focus on putting Reese down. If you're going to do that, then I need her to be considered one of the faces of the league. When you come in to anybody's chat or tweet it out on social media, I need you to say that she is one of the best. She's one of the faces of the league. because this hyper focus on her is ah, it's over. It's like, why are you still comparing a guard to a forward? Why are you still talking about her in a negative way if she doesn't exist in your world? Why? So William Allen said, getting her own rebound is cute. She's shooting like 30% from the field. That's real dominant. And let me tell you this. They've had one of the toughest schedules in the league so far. They probably went, real talk. They played 2 games, 40 Matt, and she's shooting 30% against the Fever, and that blew them out, and New York, who blew them out. I'm surprised she got 30%. Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about, William. She's played 2 of the top. I want to say the Fever is the top, but they're probably in the top. I'm not even going to say as high as I thought I was going to give them, because they can't even. If I had Fever being in the top 3 team, but the way they played the Dream, no, you're not going to be in my top 3. You've moved down. You moved down. You don't even look as good as I thought you should. What I thought you had going on. I can't wait for the college kids to come. Looking at the college kids like Pow Pow, Kiki Irvin, Sonia Citron. Um, who else? Who else? Some of these Sanaya Rivers. Some of these players that are just got out of college got these players looking like boo boo. Sorry, they got these W players like looking crazy. Oh, it was somebody that was shooting 3 after 3. Coffee was balling yesterday for the Dream. Coffee was balling out yesterday with her 3-point shots. These old heads, man, y'all starting to really like. No wonder Cece's running circles around you guys. Caitlin Clark is running circles because the way you play defense, the way you don't attack her. If you know that somebody cannot play defense very well as you claim, why are you not taking it to her? Take it to her. Angel Reese is rushing shots, not getting it up. She's not getting it up back high off the backboard. And maybe because she's afraid to get blocked, but it doesn't matter. Get it up high off the backboard. Just get it up there. But again, I like the fact that she played 2 tough teams. It's gonna make it easier when she can get in her rhythm when she plays maybe teams that are more equal to where the Sky are. They're still trying to figure it out. She shorts out, goes haywire instead of pushing it out. But the thing is, you got all those coaches over there, and nobody can tell her that. They don't want the best defender on CC. Their best scorer driving on her, getting her in foul trouble is not good for the height. They were sort of doing that last year. Who is they? Who? Listen, when you're out there competing, Khalil, Kalai, Black, when you're out there competing, nobody has time like the NBA to be rigging this and rigging that. You get out there and you compete, and you look for the weakest link. It's just simple as that. It doesn't have to necessarily. I'm only talking about the 2 games I saw yesterday. But if I were to look at another team and I'm like, okay, this player, this guard can't move their feet, but they're super at shooting, scoring, facilitating. They're like, the brains of the outfit, but they're slow. I would go attack them. I would say whoever they're guarding, we're gonna get you the ball, and we need you to finish up your shot. We need you to drive right at this player. Same thing when you got like a big who fouls a lot, right? Sometimes you have a big that fouls a lot. You say the same thing. Foul them out. It's not picking on Clark, but Clark is in the center of. She's in the center of everything on the Fever. She got the ball all the time. So the only reason I bring her up, if I ever bring her up, is because she's like the main ball handler. If it were somebody else, I don't even know who their other point guard is on their team, I would be saying the same thing. But this hyperfixation that you all have on Reese is crazy. The Dream look better than last year. They sure do. They sure do. Tasha Cloud going Gonna check CC. Oh, Tasha. Okay. Well, Wody, I say Tasha gonna check because I want to watch that game. That's gonna be a good game. And I got Liberty all the way out the door, and they better not lose with all the talent that they have to the Fever. The Fever are not that good at all. At all. They are playing. They are not. They have no construct. I see what Stephanie kind of tightening up and doing with them trying to play D. They can get hot here and there, but it just comes down to the only person who's competing, who's got serious, who's got that serious look and wants to win and actually can score is Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. But Boston ain't gonna do nothing against your bigs, against them. Sophie, one thing I like, she understands her assignment: to rattle, to confuse, to get a bucket here and there, get the 50-50 balls. You need a player like that. You need a player like her. You might not like her, but she does her part. She does her role. Lexi does her role. Tasha Howard, hit or miss. But I know she better start pushing off on offense. Straight push off. Throw people out of the way. Same thing on rebounds. Same thing elsewhere. Have you even been in this chat before? William Allen, you are annoying my people in the chat. If you don't get on code and talk hoops and say what you got to say, you don't got to agree with what I'm saying, but give me a concept of what you are saying. But if you keep getting on people's nerves, you will be booted. Because to sit there is disingenuous for you to sit up here and hyperfixate on a player that clearly isn't of value to you or that you even like, which is Angel Reese, and not even critique your player, your favorite player, which we can only guess in this chat who it is, because the only people who come into anybody's channel or social media to bash Angel Reese is somebody whose favorite player is Caitlin Clark. I never see any other team do it. Like, you are so burnt out on the fact that she taunted her and said, ring me, got in her face, and won the national championship. You guys are so, I'm going to stay on you guys for a second. You Caitlin Clark fans are so burnt out on something that happened 2 years ago that it is unreal. It needs to be studied. I think it needs to be studied. I think the sickness that you guys have against Reese to critique a player that you feel is this and is that, but has won at every single level, at times won it at every single level against your favorite player. How ridiculous does that sound? How ridiculous does that sound? Do you sound? I would be embarrassed to continue to talk about Reese, especially when your player has not won a championship over a team that she's on, that she for the game gets MVP. That just shows your jealousy. I don't know if she's cooking that hard, Chicago. Like, I hope Ryan Howard can. She got a glass knee. She got that big old brace on. We need to say a prayer for her every game, because we got 42 something games to play. Brazil, did Angel have a good game last night? And what's her team record? Angel, our team record is 0-2, the same way that your favorite player's record was 0-2. What does that matter? 2 games in, and they had a poor game, and they're going to have a lot of poor games. William, you constructed a team with better veterans than your core players. You have 3 core players. Angel doesn't. You got Mitchell, Clark, and Boston. They are your core players. The rest ain't doing shit. and you come in here and asking Brazil, what did Angel, and you're focused on Angel. Who in this chat put a one up if you said, if you think right now Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark in terms of stats or in terms of whatever. First of all, you can't compare them their positions. But who said they're better? Why are you hyper focused William Allen on Angel Reese? Nobody said she's better. We can like players other than Clark and say that they are this and that and great and that. We can say that. We can love their dirty shoes. Okay? We can buy her merch. She can be all over our platforms, all over things. What does that got to do with anything? Who said she was a superstar, Mr. William? Why don't you guys write your names in here right? What are you afraid of? What is this D Duro? Can't even pronounce this shit. Reese is not a superstar. She's a good rebounder, solid hooper. Okay, so you won the argument. Bye. Good. Subscribe to my channel. Is she too focused on scoring and believes she's just go full Rodman or Ben Wallace? What do you think is the idea? I think the idea, Justin, is she played the number one team in a W, the premier player, the MVP, and the 2-year MVP down low. She's been in the league, but 2 years, not even 2 years yet. And she was still getting her offensive rebounds. You can't even stop for a minute to think how incredible that was, how fearless she was. You can't even grab the concept of it. You're looking for something to say so bad. And how what she was doing was just outright amazing. What's the Sky? This fool, he's gonna sit up here and compare the Fever to the Sky, the whole W. You got all these other teams. Why is the Fever losing to the Dream? Why are you focusing on Angel Reese? I know my topic was about that, but it was about the Reese playing the Liberty, not the Reese Clark debate. Because, like I told you, they both were brick masons. They can do the role without getting ridiculed, so that's excellent. Jew, they described to you. Okay, so he's lying. He's a liar. He's not even only a liar, but he's a liar to me and to my face, and then he's a liar about what he's talking about. And why are you? I asked you all. I told you all I'm going to come in here and I want to discuss the Reese and the Sky and their problems and their issues, and to get people to understand that this is a newly constructed team, newly constructed coaches. This isn't how they're gonna look. They should have started off saying this is a rebuilding year and left it at that, so that people can be objective when they're watching. I like objectively, no matter who I like. I'm an AR fan, but I don't say anything about CC unless someone else brings it up, and then it's objective. Okay, great. Angel can't play ball. She shoots 30%. They come in here with the little stat. What did your favorite player score? Why are you focusing on Angel? Angel did fine. How many rebounds does she have, guys? Can somebody tell me in the chat how many rebounds she had? Because if you're scoring and offense was not ever something we said was her thing. Okay, she's got other people. Ariel Atkins is supposed to be scoring. Rachel Banham is supposed to be scoring. I don't even know. Rebecca Allen is supposed to be scoring. I don't even know what he constructed over there in terms of like small forwards and shooting guards. I don't even understand what he constructed. I really don't. What was going through his head? And Brian, nobody cared about the WNBA until CC got there. You mean nobody like you cared? Nobody like you cared. Because I know a lot, hundreds of men, thousands of men who watch the game can tell me all about the players, can go all the way back 28 years ago. Nobody like you watched the game. And thank you for watching the WNBA. And thank CC for bringing all of you to the game. Now sit back, watch, learn about the history, and pay attention, okay? Please. Thank you. Thank you, Big Gum. I'm right. I don't know what I'm right about. If you don't, okay, so let me ask you something, Brian. See, this is a clear example of what we're talking about, guys, about CC and her disingenuous denouncing of racists. You don't watch the game. You come into a WNBA chat channel. So you don't watch. You go into the channel. So you must have heard news that since this Iowa Midwestern girl has come into the league, she's white like you. So you have something in common, right? And you say, wow, I'm here. So now everybody must be watching, but yet you don't watch. But you heard the viewership has gone up. You hear the tension is going up towards the game. And it's all since this player came. It happens all the time. It does. It happens. And it doesn't just happen because she's white. It happens because a player comes into the league into a league and they're super at something. They're super duper at a skill set. They're super duper at scoring. Maybe they have something unusual like dunking in the pros, maybe a super way of dunking, or winning games, or long range threes, double doubles. So people they change the complexity of the game. It's not because she's white that it happened. It's just that because it could have happened with another person like it did with Diana Taurasi, who's Italian, and who's happened with Maya Moore when she entered the game, and Candace Parker, Simone Augustus. There's different eras where generations that come into play into the game, and it changes the landscape of the game to where you got to guard them different. You got to come up with has nothing to do because of the color of the skin, Brian, at all. People would embrace her if it wasn't for people like you that bring up the color construct because nobody else did. Here's the deal, Drew. These shows go all channel, which have black hosts to troll. Okay. I like white people and I like black people. End of story. Okay. So why would you bring your simple level of thinking to bring up like something that's currently happening and you don't even watch the game, then why come? Okay? And then you put out these big broad statements about people's sexuality. All black females are gay. All gay black females. Where I don't even think that the league is not all gay. And if there are, there's white gays, there's black gays, there's purple gays. What difference does it make? Do you know the sexuality of every NBA player and any NFL player? You might be surprised. They just keep it under wraps. Your favorite just might be if you got a problem with somebody's sexuality, who somebody's sleeping with while they're playing basketball. I have no idea why you would be even. That's weird. Why you would even be paying attention to that? CC and AR both trashed yesterday. But the difference is CC has teammates that can carry, AR doesn't. That's the difference. That's all. Bad game. Poor performance. Still trying to figure things out. Calm down. You don't have to. Okay, I guess you know what? I'm not even going to say that people don't get upset with their team not playing well. I guess that's we all get upset, but the way you guys get upset, the way that you talk about it, like they could never get better. Because I remember when the Fever last year was losing every single game, and the opening season before the first half, I remember them saying people talking, but talking about ways that they can get better. Nobody, nobody. We did. We probably. I mean, we did notice. We did notice Clark's turnovers. We did, because if you want to compare, let's compare. Let's compare the opening season between Paige and Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark. Both have been National Players of the Year. Only one has won a national championship in college, so we'll move on. Both are facilitators for their team. Both can shoot threes. Both are white. Both about the same height. Assist to turnover ratio. Paige has the better assist to turnover ratio in the last few games. 4-1. 4-1. Now you compare her to Clark's rookie year and flip the numbers around. Probably 1-4. Bickham says Angel Reese is a shining light up on a hill that cannot be hidden and everyone sees it. That's it. Her shine that God gave her is so bright. There's nothing. She don't even talk trash. She don't even bother anybody. And these fools keep coming and coming and coming. She could just be standing still and they got something to say. That is some pure hate to me. That's crazy. The very sight of her just like if I felt that way, I wouldn't even say anything. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. People want to play with CC and people don't want to play with Reese. It has nothing to do about playing with Reese Williams. The organization. I wouldn't want to play with any. As a black person, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I would not want to play in Indiana. I don't even like Indiana. I don't like your organization. I don't like what I've seen you do to South Carolina players that have come over there, except for Boston, because you couldn't do anything. She won a championship. She's rookie of the year. You can't, but you'll find a way to get rid of her. You will. You will. And let me tell you, it's the organization is behind the success of the team, of who they draw and who they select and who plays. They don't even have a practice facility. They have a beautiful practice facility, Mr. Williams. That has nothing to do with Reese. All those vets love Angel Reese. You know why I know? Because they've said so. They call her daughter. The top players, post players, that's their daughter, Williams. She goes to Unrivaled. Her team was expected to go last. Oh, you guys had a field day. You guys were so ready to pounce on Angel Reese, and everywhere she goes, that she this and that. People were all talking about her coach and how terrible Coach Roberts was in Unrivaled. Guess who won Unrivaled? And guess who got Defensive Player of the Year in Unrivaled, which is supposed to be the 36 best players in the league? Obviously, minus Asia Wilson. So, what are you talking about? And they all love her. And I've seen tremendous change. And Chelsea Gray, she looks younger. She's happier. She found her love for the game again, playing with Reese. I look at Brittany Sykes. She's being a leader and a mentor, to her players for the Washington Mystics, who, by the way, I can't wait to see them play the Fever. Everywhere Angel goes, things get better. Players individually get better. Their love for the game gets better. So, those of you who agree and feel me, thank you for hitting that like button, subscribing, talking with me. I'm reading your comments about the Crazy Saturday. Yes, Liberty gonna whip the sneeze off the Fever. I hope so. Tosh Howard White better get her Twitter fingers ready. I can't wait. I can't wait for Tasha to. I need somebody to guard this girl because y'all making this. You making. I don't. I this. I'm watching Clark dribble like Bob Cousy. That's what she look like, going in circles, doing some nice moves on her. And I'm thinking like, y'all gotta be kidding me. Y'all gotta be kidding me. She plays the ground game, has no lift, no height, no so high fly through the game. She ain't got no crossover. She don't got no hezzies. Well, it's a little funky hezzy she got, but she ain't got no change of direction, no tweener, nothing. And she just be Clark be cooking y'all, cooking them. And nobody got the common sense to get out there and guard her. And she just run around like Bob Cousy. I'm waiting for her to do a little globetrotter any minute. Yeah, I'm talking about you WNBA guards. Where are you at? What is wrong with you that you can't stop her? I thought they did a pretty good deal yesterday. I think Reinhardt, salute. Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on the female. My eye, that girl hit some clutch buckets. Okay? Kelsey, the fastest player on the team. She might be one of the fastest players in the league. Educate you. God gives us different talents. I'm glad where the W is headed with all his players. All I'm going to say is privilege tends to drip out the conversation. Exactly. Same thing. I agree. Caitlin Clark played bad last night. She didn't make a single three-pointer. I think she only had 11 points. She played pretty bad. I mean, I see some good things out of her. One of the things I liked about her was her demeanor against Howard. She's almost there, ready to stand on business. Thank you. Black. I like your point of view, Juju, and I like your demeanor. I'm just talking hoops. When I do this free fall, and I'm not giving you stats and all that kind of stuff, I actually had it ready to do it. I can go through the ESPN app and I can go through the stats and talk to you like that. But like, you're in my living room and I'm just talking to you like, we just talking hoops. And I want to give credit where credit is due. If Clark or Reese or these two players, they're not even like, I'm really looking at. It's just because they played last night, so I have to kind of go that way. Pow Pow and Nia Coffee from the Dream hooping. Elisa Grace doing Elisa Gray things for the Dream. I love that they were communicating. I love the fact that they were competing. I love the fact that they did not want to lose that game. That they created some, a rivalry between them. I like the fact that they made the Fever not feel like they could walk into their arena and beat them. And I hope it stung that they lost in their arena. I hope it stung because they were ready to show out in Atlanta. Them fans came. And the last time they came, CC had more fans in Atlanta than the Dream. And what world does that happen? In Atlanta. But this yesterday, South Carolina folks, on behalf of Pow Pow, got in a vehicle, spent their money, however it is that they spent it, and they showed out, and it was loud in there. And they came in there to cheer them on. Okay? And I couldn't have been more prouder. Because you are not going to tell me that we have the only fans in this league are Caitlin Clark fans. You're just not going to tell me that. We just laid back and we're just chilling. We know it's early on in the season, and we got life going on. Life is life, and we're just trying to enjoy the game until it starts picking up, until we get into this real, the mid-season All-Star game, and then we move Commissioner's Cup, and then we move on to the final. These fans are so casual and so new; they just jumping on the bandwagon from day one, and that's great. You understand? Put the money down. Hey, we're all going to eat. Like, the more the merrier. But don't come trolling the players in a negative way and and being rude. Everybody, like, people like, I mean, if Angel Reese wasn't worthy of being a superstar, why would she have some of the best brands like Reese and Reese Cup? Y'all know what she does. Cereals, McDonald's. had a. My mother even like didn't. Even, my mother liked the actual meal that was created. It was crazy. She actually like could taste the difference in the burger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the merch and stuff, everything, pocket. The things that she does, the Met Gala, the things that she does, like she keeps the league going way more than she just takes the money, takes all your fandom and disappears all season long. She does nothing to promote. Everything's about her. She shows up on a magazine. She's time that she gets awards, but she does nothing to promote the league. She doesn't show up for things unless it's just things I don't pay attention to. You did a little golf thing. What are you gonna do? Hockey, NASCAR? How white of you? You like what do you do for the league? Okay, Marvin, CC is the best player of what? Of her team? If she's ever the best player, let her get MVP of the league. I thought Ryan played CC well. I thought yes, she played. I really enjoyed how she played her. And this has nothing to do with CC. It has all to do with wanting to step up for the challenge. Like I've never seen Ryan play defense worthy of me ever being happy for her because I'm tired of her lackadaisicalness, nonchalant, laid back, lazy attitude with all that ability. Somebody step up and take the challenge. Like, is CC really that burning y'all with a one arm dribble, one right hand dribble? It's crazy to me. Does anybody know how to play defenses? You force the player to go in the direction that you want. You know, it's not about sliding your feet, staying in front of them. You stop them from going and make them go where you want them to go. There should be that kind of on and off clash that Ryan had with her. That's playing defense. Tied for third in triple doubles. Third in a season is nuts. She tied for third in triple doubles in one season is nuts. You talking about an entire history? Who's number one and who's number two, Maxwell? And how far away is she from it? And do you know how many minutes she plays and how long she's on the court? She'd be lucky I hope she has a long career playing like that. Because she sure does have to probably play about 37 minutes to do that. Is she talking? Why did she get 6 technicals last season? Damn near 7 in the preseason. She talks too much. She's not an appealing superstar to me. In the first game, I liked the connection between the ATL bigs. I did too. Janelle Salone, Juju, I'm telling you, he played like SC. Juju does no cap. Salone might blow up this year. You got to go on and tell people because you're bringing up somebody that nobody knows. I know who you're talking about, but who does she play for and what does it have to do with this discussion? Everywhere she goes, players don't get better. AR really shouldn't be in the league. The inventor of the rebound and then lies about indie fans. She didn't. Okay, I need to know some. Tula, DeWitt, somebody, Wody. When that situation went down of the indie fans calling being called making racial slurs, did Angel report that? Where did you guys hear that Angel was reporter of that? Because I'm about to really delete your ass off my channel. Where did you get the idea that Angel was the one that said your fans were racist? Where did you get that from? Maxwell, no attendance or revenue when CC comes to town. Let's see the Atlanta attendance this week without the fever. Okay, let's see. And thank you, CC, for bringing attention. But yeah, no, you weren't the majority of people in the stands, okay? Camilla, Tierra, we have to stop acting like she would change to become a dog. What you see is what you get. Hold up to it. I like the way Tierra McGowan was playing on offense the other day. I really do. I really saw what the problem was. I saw that the problem was they weren't like feeding her. And when you feed her, she gives you what you need on both ends. I saw that. Camilla, I got more faith in Tierra McCowan being aggressive than being a dog than Camilla. What up, D? Dang, Tulip McCowan. I don't think Camilla can fall off that. I don't know. Yeah. You didn't see McCowan the other day. She didn't even want to do the 3-point. Exactly. She does nothing to promote the W. She didn't even want to do the 3-point contest. She didn't want to do the. She didn't want to get into anything that had to do with the Women's All-Star game last year. And then the men invited her over like they invited Sabrina. She didn't want to do that. She said, I want to save myself. Save myself for what? You better, you know what you should have? A 3-point shooting contest between her and Sabrina for the women. She does nothing to promote the league. Nothing. She's not the best player on her team. So what are they talking about? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out who's she the best player of. So why is the NBA never flying and playing before Clark? Because they were in the works. You see, Maria, how long you been following? Do you know we've been talking about that and we're in the works? We knew that it was coming, but the heightened security with Brittany Griner came before Clark because of when she came back from Russia, sped up the process, and then the newly found excitement about Clark and make believe need for security for her brought it. It's like, okay, it's time to do it. That's how that happened, Maria. You thought that she just walked in and it's like, oh, the princess, Miss I don't know what you think about her. We gotta give her the best, the high class of this and that. She's from the Midwest, dog. She don't come from somewhere there's Hollywood or New Yorkish, like high fashion, highfalutin, high society. She don't need no plane. It wasn't because of her. It was because it was a build up to that. I don't agree with that now. Camilla is not falling off that bad. She's going through somewhat of a slump. I just think Camilla is not freaking getting the ball, and it pisses them off. It pisses bigs off when they do the dirty work and they're not rewarded. That's why Camilla and Tierra McCowan play the way they play. But on the low, Tierra gives you. I seen her the other night. She was balling. You guys need to go back and watch that game. I can see so much. I see what that woman needs. But Camilla, always smiling, she's too passive for me. So her game is her game needs work. She needs hella work. She needs hella work, bro. Sorry, I can't take it. 6'7", like at this point, I'm about to say Betts is more aggressive. I'll take Betts over Camilla. The bar isn't set high with the triple double. It sure isn't. The difference between Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark is the heart. Paige Becker sees people through her heart. Caitlin does not. Preach. Mary Mata, what do you have to say? Why wasn't your girl wasn't picked Rookie of the Year cover or her own shoe brand from Nike? Because she has a shoe brand weirdo from Reebok. And she didn't win because she broke her wrist. And that was the end of that. And Clark had better stuff for her. I mean, Clark was when you're the number one draft pick, there's no way in hell a number 7 draft is going to get Rookie of the Year unless they outright do something super spectacular. It's already a given, Maria, that they're going to get it. How old are you? I don't know who reported it. Exactly. We don't know who reported it. So shut the frick up. Shut the front door. Everything that comes out that's racist, you think it has something to do with Angel Reese. You're so fixated on her, bro. What do you go to sleep thinking about? Angel Reese? Weird, bro. Y'all weird. I got an appointment. My mom has an appointment, and I gotta go. I have to go. I have to go for now. I just want to come up here and rant. I see all your messages. I thank you guys for joining. Before you leave, hit that like button. We'll be back tonight for the next action. If I can come back, because she does have an appointment, I will come back. Okay, Farrell, Aaliyah Boston plays a different position. Okay? I can't stand Aaliyah Boston, so don't even talk to me about her. Reese made me pay attention again, and I call CC a hype dog. CC has made me a believer. CC does the most to promote. What does she do to promote the W? What? What does she even do to promote the W? We just told you she barely shows up. She didn't even. Oh my God! Tell me what she does to promote, please. Please tell me, y'all, because I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. The way you laughing, the way I don't see what she does to promote the W. Like all I ever see is these showing up in events. I never see CC. So I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. Liberty Fever tomorrow, Break Fever forever. But oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. And the crazy thing is, if your Liberty get mocked, you get mocked, and Clark comes out, she gonna be the baddest thing since. You don't say nothing about Caitlin Clark after that. Don't say nothing. And she ain't my favorite player. Because you already know Juju. Juju gonna tear this league, tear her and this league up. So if y'all get mocked by the Fever and mocked by and Clark goes off a triple double, I don't want to hear nothing. She gonna be the baddest player of all time until a few years come. And y'all gonna look stupid. I'm gonna laugh. The only way that can happen, and I'll have your back on this, is definitely the referees. Okay, definitely the refs will have to would have a lot to do with it. But I can't wait for Cloud9. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait for Cloud9 to lock her up. Thank you for your comments, everybody. I appreciate it. And I can't wait for that game, Wody. I cannot wait. Thank you for you fans who are looking in, clocking me, waiting for me to say something against your favorite player in a negative way. No, because I talk about people that I love, and I give them constructive feedback. I don't just sit there and just bash somebody. If they got the juice, they got the juice. If you got the skill or you cooking, you're gonna get love from me. I'm gonna give you love about your talent, about your game, but about your demeanor, your disposition. If you're overhyped, I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna tell you. And we'll talk more about what I feel like she should do with her platform when it comes to denouncing racism. Like I need her to get on behind the mic, stop talking like your media trained self. You're coming off disingenuous. You sound like a politician. Really, really, really speak up like it's like people you care about, and I'm talking about Clark, are being attacked. Even if it was the other way around, because apparently people say that black people can be racist too. If I would check somebody on that. So I think she should do more with her platform on that level. So I like her game. Whose game you guys like? Camilla. I like when she's, I love Camilla when she's doing her thing. I'm so proud of her. But I feel like South Carolina girls, they're like babies. Like they don't grow up emotionally. We're still calling them daycare. We're still calling them, and then they come in to a grown woman's game. Only certain players, like when I look at Papa, never looked at her like daycare. She never came off to me like she fit that. And everybody more important than Cece was in that Nike commercial. Juju Watkins. What are you talking about? The one where Shakiri, the gymnast, Asia, Juju, Clark, that one? That Nike commercial? Straight up, just spit back. Thank you, D. I just had to get it off my chest because I didn't come up yesterday. I had to run around, but I ended up watching the games. I got to sit back and kind of look and enjoy. And I just feel like, bump this. Like we talk about, I'm gonna talk about the game. I'm gonna talk about stats. I could have done some things better individually, but I just woke up like going to my favorite thing, Twitter, and just seeing stuff, and I'm just like, I gotta realize I never encountered the trolls who come in with one level thinking. With one the jump in your page and okay, I got you. Like, yeah, see, Rob Taylor Clark, like, can't deny what she's done for the league. But when you go on and on and on and don't critique her behavior, don't critique things that hurt the game, things that kids watch and emulate, kids, things that to me you could be better if you would stop wasting your energy on Clark, you know, and just the players that you assembled around you. But cool, I'm trying to see what y'all gonna do. And then, but the fans that come in here and first thing out of their mouth is Angel Reese ain't the. What is your fucking? What are you focusing on Angel Reese for? Who, to me, I felt like with the rebounds she got. Who said that she was an offensive threat? And then when she's going back up, getting her rebound after a miss, going up against the best post players in the MVP, and get out of here. So Coach South Carolina not grooming her players for the WNBA. I think she does the best she can with grooming them, but they're groomed as role players, and they're groomed to be what they do after they leave is on them. You got to continue to put the work on. She did what she taught. I'm sure she taught them what they needed to know, and it's up to them to make it better and to put in the extra work. Okay, but you sometimes, just like Reese, you can't see when they're in a system. You can't look at, you know what I'm saying? You can't really see what they can do until they get to a place where they get more space and more room to operate. I think that's where Kiki comes in. Kiki is doing, we put her in an uncomfortable position. Why did you have her play? Why did Coach G have her do this? Why did you notice we at Southern California, Coach Burns, our defensive coach, had Kiki jump out in the perimeter, be the head of the snake of our defense at times. She did all that so that when she gets to the pros, she can play 1 through 4 to 5 positions at any time that she might have to. Because on a switch, you're going to get put on a guard. And if you can't move your feet and you can't come out of the paint, you're going to get cooked. But you'll get to play more on the court if you allow your college coach to do what Coach Staley was trying to do with Fuwali. In the long run, in short term, you're going to see improvement from Fuwali in a different system. You're going to see, I'm just using this as an example, you're going to see improvement with Malaysia Fuwali. You're going to see her be a superstar. But what you're not going to see, you're going to see a one-dimensional where I think Don Staley was probably trying to make her be prepared for every scenario that came out, whether you're coming off the bench in the pros, sitting a long time, playing these weird minutes, coming in being a catalyst, coming in being hot, staying in a long time, playing defense against the best player, not playing defense against the best player. She was doing all of the different things that Fuwali is capable and will need to know and have to take with her to the pros. But we just want this one-dimensional thing where let her cook. Because you see Juju cooking. But Juju's not only is she cooking, she's all over the place being challenged on her defense to play better defense, to get rebounds, to get steals, to get assists, to get offensive rebounds, to get defensive rebounds, to set screens, to be a better to pass the ball, assist. Like, yes, I was trying to say that maybe that's the one thing that CC did to promote the W, but that commercial really promoted women's sports. It promoted women's sports. Exactly, I agree. Yes, totally. And they don't, and it didn't just prop up just one athlete. It had all the best of the best in their sport and got it right. But somebody came in the chat, weirdo, what talking about why it wasn't Angel's not with Nike. Like you talking about things and you don't even know what you're talking about, and it hurts the game. So If we're talking about both the players, which I really can't because I saw good things that Clark did yesterday and saw good things that Angel did yesterday. I mean, you're not going to tell me, I think the girl had 12 rebounds. If she did, you're not going to tell me that's a bad game. Even in marketing, like yesterday in the ATL game, put respect, pay respect, women's sports was on the court. It's a push for all. And it's a black woman who created the logo. I saw the story behind that. And I say that to say that it's like she's not a major company. She was a small, independent person that does her own arts. Or I can't really explain it because, like I said, it was yesterday, and I saw the story in passing, and I was like, that's cool. And it's about culture. The league is about so many things, but one of the main things I focus on is about culture. You take somebody from the community, of your community, and I think she was from the culture and the community, and with the font and how she created that, and it's on T-shirts and stuff. The people from Atlanta know all about it, just like in our culture of superstars, City of Champs, City of Angels, and Los Angeles. Juju family's legacy is rooted, but you're not from LA, so you don't know that. Her great grandfather was a prominent man in the South Central Watts during or after the riots, and how he helped turn that community, and still continues to help turn that community around. She's carrying on a legacy. Okay, you don't, and then people come gonna throw on my face. Juju gonna why the hell was she transferring? Who was she transferring to go play for? To do for what? You don't even know anything about Juju Watkins. Like, why would you say that? So I'm about to go. I gotta go. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.